Deep in the Amazon, there is a river that defies the laws of nature. A place where the water is hot enough to kill, yet miles from the nearest volcano. Let's dive deep into the mystery. How does the Earth forge a boiling river in the middle of the jungle? Today, we're looking at the anatomy of an anomaly.
Deep in the Peruvian Amazon flows a river that defies the basic rules of geography. The water churning through this stretch of jungle reaches temperatures of up to 210 degrees Fahrenheit, just shy of a rolling boil. At these extremes, the river acts as a natural poaching system. Any animal that slips into the hottest sections is instantly scalded, unable to escape. When 16th century Spanish conquistadors returned from their expeditions searching for gold in the rainforest, they brought back wild accounts of a river so hot it could boil a man alive. For centuries, the global scientific community wrote off these stories as standard jungle folklore. The reasoning was simple. Thermal rivers require active volcanoes, and the nearest one to this region is over 400 miles away. To the local Shanay-Timpishka people, this water is a documented everyday reality. They know the river as Shanay-Timpishka, an active sacred site woven into their daily lives. Indigenous tradition explains the intense heat through Yakumama, a giant serpent spirit known as the Mother of the Waters. Local belief holds that her immense, invisible energy radiates upward, warming the currents from below. So a massive geographical anomaly sat hidden in plain sight. It was actively revered by the communities living on its banks, entirely ignored by outside researchers, and waiting for someone to bridge the gap. That validation arrived when modern geoscientists, most notably Andres Russo, traveled to the region and confirmed that the boiling waters were entirely real. Their investigations revealed a rare mechanism. Shanay-Timpishka operates as a non-volcanic, fault-fed geothermal system, a complex subterranean engine that requires zero volcanic activity to generate heat. The process begins far away. Cold rainwater and snowmelt from the high Andes Mountains travel downwards, seeping deep into the Earth's crust. This illustrates the geothermal gradient. As rainwater seeps deeper into the Earth, it naturally becomes hotter, warmed directly by the planet's internal temperature. At significant depths, immense subterranean pressure forces this superheated water rapidly back toward the surface. It travels up through deep-rooted vertical fault lines, emerging as scalding springs. There is absolutely no magma chamber involved. The Earth's own planetary heat, guided by a specific network of geological faults, acts as the colossal engine driving the entire anomaly. The river begins as a typical cold jungle stream. It only reaches boiling temperatures as it flows over those highly active geothermal fault zones. While the hottest sections are completely lethal to the plants and animals that populate the rainforest, researchers examining the water made an entirely unexpected discovery. The scalding currents are teeming with microscopic life. Specifically, extremophiles, unique microorganisms like certain cyanobacteria that have chemically adapted to thrive in harsh, high temperatures. Even more counterintuitive is the water's purity. Despite being pumped full of subterranean heat and minerals, the river runs incredibly clean, measuring lower electrical conductivity than commercial bottled water. Modern biology and geology have quantified what the Ashaninka have known for generations. This river is a highly specialized, life-sustaining entity fueled by immense natural power. Yet, the same river that harnesses massive subterranean heat is entirely vulnerable on the surface. The region is currently facing rapid, aggressive deforestation that is encroaching directly on the river's path. Illegal operators and local logging industries are systematically clear-cutting the ancient rainforest, removing the thick canopy for timber. Once the valuable wood is extracted, they rely on a scorched earth tactic, setting fire to the remaining brush to entirely level the landscape. The primary economic driver behind this destruction is the creation of pasture. They are clearing massive tracts to make way for commercial cattle ranching. Removing the ancient canopy breaks the local water cycle, destabilizing the specific hydrology required to recharge the subterranean faults and keep the thermal river flowing. The boiling river represents a rare intersection where ancient belief and modern science perfectly align. But if the surrounding deforestation isn't stopped, we risk destroying this marvel before fully understanding it.